I'm going to move along to putting wire around this bottom part here, because this is going to be where their water and their food go, and it's also going to be like a little miniature yard for them. So I have some wire. Chicken wire, predictably, is what you would normally go to for that, and I am going to use some chicken wire, but I'm also going to use some other wire that's a little heavier gauge. The big reason for that is because these guys probably will very much enjoy chicken food, and their horns are really the perfect tool for prying open chicken wire. So I found that when I reinforced the garden gate with that heavier gauge wire, that I haven't had as many problems with them breaking in. So I'm going to repeat that over here. Now, luckily, I'm a hoarder, so I've kept scraps of both chicken wire and that heavier gauge stuff, so I should be in good shape. I am now starting to attach the wire to the coop. So I started from one end and I folded that end over so that my ends right there were folded back. And I did that for a couple different reasons. Number one, I didn't want to get stabbed with them hanging out over there, so it's better to have them ending over a board like this. It's just safer. But also, folding it over reinforces that end and makes it less likely for a critter to be able to open it, just like a jar. I also went overboard on the staples on this end, as you can see. Don't look too closely. I know some of them are ugly. It's all right. And now I'm going to take and secure it across the top and across the bottom and down. And I'm going to do that on all of the sides. I'm using staples to secure the fencing, and that is the proper fastener for once. And the reason that I'm doing that is because it allows me to loop over the fencing. But I'm also doing something else that I want to point out, which is I am stapling at the intersection of these wires, and that allows me to secure multiple wires, which makes it a bit stronger. I've now secured this along all three sides of the coop, and now I'm at the point where I need to figure out what to do for the access, just so I can get in there and refill food and water and stuff like that without compromising too much security for critters. So step one is to create something for the door part to kind of push against, almost like a version of a jam. So I've got this scrap 2x4 here, and I have started screws in there, and I'm going to secure it at the top and the bottom. I'm going to do that on the other side as well over here, and then I'm going to build my door to push against it from the outside. All right, we are secured from the inside of the coop, and a couple of things I want to point out. Number one, you don't really want this sitting on the ground. That's why I've left it. Really, the best thing to have sitting on the ground is that pressure-treated stuff. The other thing, though, that I want to talk about is the fact that I secured it from the inside of the coop going out instead of vice versa. And I did that because as I'm screwing in, I had something to push against. Otherwise, I would have been fighting with myself. It would have been harder to secure that. And also, it would have made it easier for a bear to push on it from the outside and get it to pop off. Here's what I've come up with as far as a frame goes. I went ahead and threw some staples in to kind of reinforce it. So this is on the back side, and now the plywood scraps that I stuck there are going to go on the outside of the coop. I'm a lot happier with that because it makes this fit a lot more flush inside there. A little trick so I don't have to fight with it while I'm stapling the wire. I took 4 screws and I secured the frame so that it won't move around on me. And then once I'm done, I'll go ahead and take those screws out. All right, it's wired in place. And what I'm going to do is actually use the bottom portion of this wire as the hinge. So I'm going to leave that in place. I'm choosing to hinge it from the bottom because that's where a predator would likely want to get in there, is from the bottom. So I'm going to have it come down like this, just like each of the access doors on the coop itself, which means that I'm going to come along and use my wire cutters and snip out that and that, and then I'm going to take this all the way down to take it off. Okay, my wire is snipped. Now I got to take out those 4 screws that I used to secure it in place, and we will see how this works. Fingers crossed. Moment of truth. Ta-da! And ta-da! There we go. Now I just need the latching mechanism. I have pre-drilled a hole in a piece of scrap wood like this. And now I'm putting a nail through it, just like that. Then I mount the nail with the wood on it to the coop, but I leave it loose enough that it can continue to move. Now you want gravity to work in your favor, so you always want to mount it to the uphill side, just like these store-bought latches are. And now when I want to open the coop, I just come along and put that up there, and then that door will open. And then I just do that and it'll close. So I've got that one mounted. Now I'm going to put this one up on this side, probably right about there. And there you have it. The coop is completed except for a coat of paint. And ideally I'll come around and wrap a layer of chicken wire around this other wire as well. But for the time being, I am calling us ready for chickens.